Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3, playing a bit of Kill Confirmed here on the map Nuketown, running around with the Argus shotgun, which is one of my favorite weapons to use in Black Ops 3 thus far, and in fact, is one of the most unique weapons in Call of Duty history. I want to talk about that here a bit in this video. So the Argus, there's a number of reasons why it is a very unique weapon. Number one, it's a lever action shotgun, which we don't typically see lever action weapons in Call of Duty. You know, if you go all the way back, the only time we've ever actually seen lever actions in Call of Duty before this was the Model 1887 shotguns that you may remember from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So it's already unique in that respect. Here you're going to be seeing the reload animation. The reload thing, especially for a shotgun, it's just crazy looking. And so instead of loading in individual shells, like you may think of like when you think of a SPAS 12 or you think of a Remington 870, you know, instead of loading in individual shells or maybe loading in a full magazine like you would with like a full auto shotgun like the S12 from Advanced Warfare or maybe the AA12 from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, you kind of do a little bit of in between. You kind of load in this weird circular thing on the side of the weapon, which is very unique looking, and also the kind of ammo that's being loaded into the shotgun via that weird reload animation is some of the most unique ammo in Call of Duty history. So it's actually going to change the kind of ammo that you're using depending on whether or not you're aiming down sights. So let me explain that here a little bit here in this video for you guys. So throughout Call of Duty's history, shotguns have consumed two different kinds of ammo. They've consumed buckshot and they've consumed slug, and I'm going to try to explain the differences between the two different kinds of shotgun ammo here in this video. So I found this picture via Google, and it's actually going to be a very nice visual representation for what I'm talking about. So the shotgun shell on the left is going to be buckshot. Now what happens when you shoot a shotgun with buckshot in it is the shell itself kind of explodes, and it's going to shoot out a bunch of these, call them metal balls almost, right? And those balls kind of spread a little bit, and the kind of spread that they have is going to be determined on the kind of shotgun shell that you're using, but it's going to actually shoot out a bunch of these little metal balls, and they actually do that in Call of Duty. Like if you think back, we'll use the Remington 870 from Black Ops 2 as an example. When you shoot that shotgun, it actually does shoot out a bunch of those little metal balls, and each one of them does a certain amount of damage. So how they determined the damage for the Remington 870 in Black Ops 2 was that each little metal ball that would come out, and there would be 8 of them in total, would end up doing between 50 and 10 damage depending on the range. So if you were like super close range, like you barrel stuff somebody with a Remington shotgun in Black Ops 2, that was like crazy overkill because you had the potential there to do just about 400 damage and you only have 100 damage worth of health. So you would just demolish people, right, if you were to barrel stuff them with a shotgun. And then sometimes, so even if you hit them with every single little itty bitty part of your shotgun shell, if they were at that long range where each one of them was only doing 10 damage, it would only do 80, thus you would get a hit marker, thus the person would live, and thus you'd be angry and call the gun broken and say the game was lagging and how terrible everything is, right? So that's how it works. That's how buckshot works. The other kind of shotgun ammo is going to be a slug, which is the image there on the right, which is going to be exclusive, I think, to the KSG from Black Ops 2, so we're going to use that as an example. So when you would shoot a slug, instead of shooting out a bunch of those metal balls, it's going to shoot out a single projectile, but that single projectile is going to be a lot more accurate than those balls, which are kind of just going everywhere. It's going to be one single projectile, picture like a bullet almost, but it's a shotgun slug, and that's why the KSG in Black Ops 2 was like really good for long range because it's a lot more accurate. But as a result, it'd be very hard to use the KSG in Black Ops 2 close range because you're used to buckshot. You know, you're used to a bunch of those metal balls coming out and just like doing area damage, whereas it's basically like using a sniper almost when you were using the KSG because a single projectile is actually coming out and you had to, you know, perfectly hit that person with a single projectile, and the damage on that projectile is going to be kind of similar to a very powerful sniper bullet. Like the KSG in Black Ops 2 would do between 200 damage and 75 damage depending on how far away the person was. So if they were like super close range, you would hit them with that slug, it would do, you know, 200 damage, it'd be a one-shot kill. Or if they were like super long range and you were to hit them, it would do 75 damage and thus be a hit marker, right? So that's how the different kinds of shotgun ammo work. Well, the Argus here in Black Ops 3 uses both kinds of ammo. Like it's not, like I don't know how this even works. Like it uses both kinds of ammo. When you're aiming down sights, it's going to use that slug, which is awesome because it gives you kind of like the best of both worlds, and it allows you to take people out at those like really nice long ranges. Like you can have the long range potential of the KSG from Black Ops 2, and when you're hip firing the Argus, it shoots buckshot ammo, so it's like using the Remington 870 and hip firing with that. So it's really like the best of both worlds. It really is. It's like having a KSG while aiming down sights and a Remington 870 while hip firing. It's pretty freaking insane. It really is. Like I don't understand how the shotgun even works this way, but it's awesome. And look how powerful this is right here. Using the sight, I I end up destroying their freaking wraiths so ridiculously quickly. So yeah, it's a ridiculously awesome shotgun. It's very unique. It consumes both different kinds of ammo of shotguns here in Call of Duty. It's so much fun to use. I would totally recommend trying this shotgun out if you guys haven't already. It's gonna feel a little bit weird at first, kind of like going between, back and forth between a slug and going to buckshot, but I recommend it, guys. I really do. You guys know me. I've been a shotgun player for a number of years now. If you think back to all my old videos, going all the way back to 2011 when I first made my channel and I was making shotgun guides as to how to properly use the Olympia in Black Ops 1, I've always been a shotgun player, and I love using the Argus here in this game. It is so much fun to use, guys. And I want to talk a little bit here towards the end of the video, I suppose, about the HATR, because I finally unlocked this thing last night, and this was one of the games I ended up getting a bunch of them. I think I get 3 of them in total in this particular gameplay. And I want to kind of cover on the HATR a little bit here, because I was wondering, I think a lot of you guys were as well, is how good is that kill streak really going to be? So the HATR itself is kind of like, it's a kill streak that's similar to the Blackbird from Black Ops 1. It's similar to the Orbital VSAT from Black Ops 2, and that it's like a UAV on steroids, essentially. And they decided to bring it back here in the Black Ops 3, and they made it a little bit easier to get because it costs 50 points less than what it cost back in Black Ops 2, but they also changed it in that your opponent can actually shoot it down. I was really kind of worried that, if people had the ability to shoot down my HATRs, which I love the fact that they called it a HATR, because every time I get one, I get to yell HATR, and it's just fun. It's just fun when I'm in a Skype chat with my friends when we're playing Black Ops 3. But I was worried that the opposing team having the ability to shoot down the HATR would make the kill streak not very good. But in my experience so far with the kill streak, which I believe you unlock it at level 48, so you have to kind of wait till later on your prestige to actually get it. My experience so far has been people don't typically shoot it down. I've probably called in a dozen or so of them, and the opposing team has only shot it down one time, and it's a very effective kill streak while it's actually in the air. And so as a result, I feel so it's a pretty good kill streak. I don't think it's as good as the VSAT, because obviously with the VSAT, there's no counters to it, and it can't be shot down. But I still think the HATR itself is a pretty good kill streak, and it's probably worth your time. So let me know in the comments, like, what do you guys think about the HATR kill streak if you guys have used it? Do you think it's still useful? Do you think it's as useful as the Blackbird and the Orbital VSAT was from the older Treyarch games? Let me know in the comments. I'll definitely be interested to hear about that, as well as I would love to know what you guys think about the Argus shotgun, because it's one of my favorite weapons of Black Ops 3 so far. I can't get enough of this thing, and I'm definitely enjoying it. But there we go. We see the final score. Ended up picking up 34 kills, ended up getting 11 deaths, but I also confirmed 32 tags and also got 3 HATRs. And yeah, I thought it was a really fun game, and hopefully you guys all enjoyed the gameplay, and hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video and found it helpful and informative as I kind of broke down how shotguns work in Call of Duty for you guys. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.